What's going on, YouTube? United Gamer here. Welcome back to some more Monster Hunter Generations. In the last episode, we got introduced to this beautiful game. In today's episode, we're going to be going on and doing a lot of gathering quests. That's right, the beautiful introduction to the game. You have to gather and kill a lot of minimal monsters. But if you notice, we have a little partner now. We have a companion, a Palico, which fights alongside of us, because we all need a good companion. I named him Happy, and he's blue. If you can let me know why, you are awesome. I'm going to go ahead and tell you it's Fairy Tail. It's a pretty obvious answer. An anime I used to love to watch. I haven't really watched it recently, but it's a great anime. Comment question of the day: if you do watch anime, what is your favorite and why? If you are enjoying this series, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. I accidentally went and recorded an entire episode and the audio failed, so I'm going to be redoing gathering quest. Luckily I know where to go and everything, but you can come to the Meowstress right here, and this is how you get to your Palico. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and do these few quests. We do have to slay the great, or not the great Jaggy. We have to slay 10 Jaggy, which you do get from talking to the Meowstress. She gives you the quest, and then you unlock the rest of these going on. Your key quests are these four. You have to find the ferns, fungal hunt, wipe out these Macau, which we already did in the last episode, and then slay the 10 Jaggy. We're going to do this first. So I know this isn't always the most enjoyable thing to watch because we're just fighting random monsters, but so that's pretty much the introduction to Monster Hunter. It's what you do, but then once you get around like level 3 and 4, you get into the main action of the game. I technically could have went ahead and skipped this, and went ahead and went and fought the Great Macau, which is what we were going to do in part 3. But unfortunately, I was like, you know, it's a walkthrough, let's show off the entire game, just in case you guys cannot find these ferns or the abyssal mushrooms, which we had to do, which was interesting enough. In the episode that I did record, I could not find them to save my life. The ferns are super easy to find. They're literally right here. So that part was so easy, but the abyssal mushrooms, I swear I looked for like 15 minutes and couldn't find them. And it's not even that hard, it's just a zone that I did not check. It reminds me back to my old days of Monster Hunter. Now, if you're not new to the channel, you've been around and watched my Freedom Unite Let's Play, you've heard this story. I'm sorry that I repeat stories. Just in case somebody's new to the United family, the UG Nation, I'm going to share it anyway. In Monster Hunter Freedom 1 or Freedom 2, I can't remember which one that I did. It was a forest and hills. You had to collect 8 special mushrooms. We're going to be doing something similar in this episode. And I had no freaking clue on where to find it. And that being said, I bet it was Freedom 1 because that was my first one. So I noticed that if you kill this thing called a moss swine, a little pig hog thing, occasionally when you carve it, you could get special mushrooms. So what I did is I went and killed them all in the entire forest and hills, the whole map, and kept letting them respawn and killing them over and over and over again. And then, surely enough, eventually, you can carve special mushrooms. Forgot to mention that fact. Like blue mushrooms, you can carve mushrooms off them because they have mushrooms on the back. Surely enough, eventually I got my special mushrooms. That probably took 35 minutes when all you had to do is go to like mushroom spots and, you know, gather them. That's it. So, I wasn't the smartest kid in the world. But it worked. I got my special mushrooms like that. Where is Happy? Where are you at, Happy? You're supposed to be fighting with me. You know, if Happy could really fly, that would be freaking awesome. Also, I did realize what Escape Runner did. It allows you to have your stamina not, like, it won't, what's the word? It won't deplete, is that the right word? It won't go down whenever a large monster is in the zone, a wyvern or whatever, and you're running from it, it will not go down. It will not deplete. So that is really awesome. It stops stamina drop. We'll say that. I think it's stamina depletion, but just in case it's not, we'll say stamina drop. That is what it does, so that's a really awesome thing. And then we have this round 1 force, which is the reason I'm using a sword and shield, because you can only use it with a sword and shield. I know I said in the last episode that I don't really use sword and shields a lot, and that is true, but I actually do normally, I said actually 5 times there, but I do use it in the beginning of the game pretty often because you can get a poison battle axe in the earlier games, and that's an awesome, awesome weapon to get. I don't know about this game because the weapon upgrade is actually really different. I'm going to have to like research and like look that stuff up because I'm not quite sure on how that really works. Happy, where are you going? You really can fly! If you get that. If you don't, and you don't watch Fairy Tail, I'm sorry, but that's just random jokes. We're going to go ahead and sharpen our blade. We're going to jump down to Zone 8 and 9, and those both have the rest of these Jaggies. I think they can keep respawning here, maybe. But just in case not, we're going to jump down here and show off more of the area, because I don't believe we've been down to Zone 8 yet. The last episode that when I went and recorded this already, it did take a long time. So it was a long video, so it won't be as long this time because I know where everything is. I did go ahead and play on a separate file. I haven't actually played a quest. I went around the village just to see, like, you know, where everything is, because the last time I've touched this game was Cross, and everything was in Japanese, so I had no idea what the heck I was doing. So I went and that's how I figured out, you know, Palicos and stuff, you know, making him. I will be making more the monsters. I like to call them feline fighters. The only reason because I was in like a clan. Literally, like, you know, in Call of Duty, people make like clans and stuff. I was in a clan that we would speed run this game. We would speed hunt monsters, and we were called the feline fighters. I was in a few groups. In my earlier days of Monster Hunter, I'd like to start another one called Feline Fighters and like hunt with viewers. That'd be so freaking cool. We'd be the Feline Fighters. That's so freaking lame, but it's cool to me. Just lame. Alright, so we are almost done. We gotta kill this one, and that is it. Now, normally I'm gonna do this. This is gonna speed up time. That way we can get more stuff done. Once we get all this, I'll show the reward, and I'll cut back to the village. So I will cut and see you guys back when we get a reward, and then I will see you guys when we get back to the village and go on our gathering quest. So I'll see you guys then. Quest complete. So let's go ahead and see what kind of stuff we got. It's just gonna be like scales, claws, you know, stuff like that. Jaggy High, Monster Bone. We got some honey, which is really good. We can make some mega potions out of them, which is gonna be very helpful. I wonder what completion rewards. Points. Academy points. Academy points. I wonder what that's all about. I have no idea. And then we have village points. Is there a village farm in this game? If there is, that is freaking awesome. In the past Monster Hunter games, there were farms where you would go and mine and catch bugs, and it was so handy, man, to ease up your farming days. Literally, that's why it was a farm. But we can go ahead and fight the Great Mad Cow. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go and gather more fun stuff. Finding ferns. Let's go ahead and do this. Find the ferns. Now, for these two, since it's really boring and annoying, what I'm going to do is I'm going to find them, show them where you are. We're going to cut straight back to the village. That's going to be it. Because, like I said in this game, and said in the first episode, you got to give the game patience, and that's where it completely evolves into what it really is. Like the beautiful ambience of this game. I can probably use that word wrong. My girlfriend gets onto me all the time, not gets onto me, but I use words wrong all the time. I'm not good at literature. Oh goodness. Alright, so that you're learning a little bit more about me and stuff. If you guys haven't already, be sure to follow me on Twitter and Snapchat at YouKnowTheGamer101, so you guys can come and hang out with me in my day-to-day life and stuff. So right here, one of the best things in this game, man, I swear. Just holding A down. Okay, I'm not getting so lucky this time. I got 6 in my last recording of my first thing. I've only gotten 2, 3. Okay, no. Give me 4, baby. At least 4. There we go. Is that 4? Alright, we got 4. Now right here is jelly, so you're not going to get it from here. I got a lot luckier in my last recording. That's obviously going to happen. When I saw that the audio was completely messed up, basically what it is the audio, what I'm recording with, it was so loud in the game volume. Like, I mean, like, screaming. So, you couldn't even hear me. And it just sounded terrible. I don't know where I'm running, because it's over here. It's these 2 spots. Now, I just need 4. So, I'm sure I can get it with these 2. Let's hope. Alright, we got 1. 2. Come on, baby. Ivy's really good, though. You can mix it with spider webs to create nets, and then a net and a trap tool create a pitfall trap to trap monsters. You can catch them. You can use it to, you know, hit them and stuff. So, really cool. Okay, is this just gel? It's actually attacking me! What? That giant ton, I don't even, like 6 ton, I don't even know, I don't know how much it weighs, man. But a freaking giant monster that weighs 1,000+ pounds just stomped on me. And look how much health it did. Or how much health it took off. Now, I want you guys to go with me. If you've been playing Monster Hunter for a while, I want to ask you something. Now, if you're below, like, Rathalos' feet, Kutku's feet, I don't know, Basarios' feet, all these certain feet, and they just turn, right? When they do the little tail spin, and they just turn. That's all they do, is turn. And they do more damage than that. That thing just stomped on me, and it did that much. But when these guys barely turn and their, like, toenails hit me, I almost die. I wish I could show you an example. You'd have to go watch my Freedom Unite Let's Play, and you guys would understand if you haven't played Monster Hunter before this game, or if you're not even playing during this game. That being said, guys, we got all the ferns, so now all you gotta do is return back to the end zone or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the village, just because these are just the gathering quests. All we're gonna get is like honey, maybe some blue mushrooms and stuff. So I'll see you guys back at the village. So now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and do this abyssal mushrooms quest that took me forever last time. Let's go ahead and get it done. Right here, they're just in zone 9 and 10. I really honestly didn't only have to show this off, but just in case you guys don't know where it is and stuff. And I get to talk to you guys for a little bit more, because in the next episode, we're actually going to be fighting someone. It's a great Macau. It should not be hard. If this is anything like Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate for the 3DS, the village quests are so easy. I don't understand why. Just because, like, I mean, freedoms, they're not that, I mean, they're always harder in the Gathering Hall when you play online, or even if you don't play online, they're harder because they're scaled for that. But, like, I can't even explain how easy they made it in 4 Ultimate. I don't know why. Like, if you had oh, what was it called? Charge Blade? Is that what it's called? One of my favorite weapons, actually, that they introduced. It was just so easy to kill everything if you knew the combos. And now that I think about it, I really don't remember the combos. The thing I really do gotta research about is the new upgrading system, because I have no idea how that works. So we gotta go to zone 10 and 11, not 9 and 10. I don't know what I said, but 10 and 11, that is the areas you gotta go to get you some abyssal mushrooms. Man, I've been wanting to play this game, like, all day, but, like, my internet sucks. If you guys do notice, I didn't really mention it, but the background might be different than the first episode, or not might be, it is different. That is because I am at a different location on where I'm recording this, so that being said, that's just why that's, you know, different in the background. It's because my internet at home is terrible. It takes, I have no idea, it takes, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours for a regular video to upload, but if it were like, let's see, zone 10, sorry, I keep looking over to the right because I saw this thing, I thought it was crashing, and I was about to cry because that would be 2 missed recordings. But anyways, let's see, where's it at? I know it's over here. It's in 10. 2, is it this one? I think it's this one. But 2 or 3 hours upload. It took me 2.5 hours to download this game today. So what I did is I woke up at noon when it, I don't know, came out, because I was planning to stay up all night last night, so my sleep schedule is completely messed up. Well, I only got 1. Wow, that sucks. And I think that's the only part in this area where you can get 1. But anyways, so I went back to sleep and let this thing download for 2 hours, and then I recorded the first episode. So I wanted the first episode to go up today, so what I had to do is just wait for this thing to render my video, and so it could be ready to go for today. And then I came up here to set my stuff all back up to record the rest of these videos. But that's it. We got 5. I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that's just a gathering quest, but that's all she wrote. All we're gonna get yet again is honeys, maybe a matchlight ore, because we got that in the last one. That's freaking awesome. And I really need to go up and research about how to upgrade weapons and how it looks in this game. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been United Gamer here, and if you do subscribe and join the United family, be sure to let me know on Twitter so I can formally thank you. As always, guys, this is not just a channel, it's a family, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm out.